Hi to you all and welcome back. It's again Miss Laura and it is our 5th science lesson for P3 classes. Our lesson for today is completely different from the ones we've had for the past 4 sessions. Today's session we will be looking at the task that were assigned, and we will be doing the corrections. In our past sessions, we have explored the term living and non-living things. We have looked for examples of both living and non-living things and classified them. We have elaborated on the 7 characteristics of living things, one by one. We have broadened our notion on the concept of animals' movement. We have seen some of the different ways how animals move. We have compared their movements. Today's lesson, like I've said, we will be going over the different tasks I have assigned during the 4 sessions. I hope that you did do your lesson, that you have completed the various tasks. Okay, get your exercise book or your file paper, whatever you use to complete the work. For lesson 1, the first task you had to do was to classify the given pictures as living or non-living things. You had to draw a table with 2 columns, 1 column for living things and 1 column for non-living things. Living things, we have the tree, worm, dog, butterfly, flower, boy. These are examples of living things. Why do we say that they are living things? It's because they are alive or they have life. Our next column, it's non-living things. The examples: ball, clock, flag, cloud, cupcake, kite. They are non-living things. They are not alive. They do not have life. This was the first activity from lesson 1. Let's look at the second activity from lesson 1. You had to identify the odd one out and say why. When we say odd one out, it means which one should not be in the group or in the set. Below we have the set. There's a glass bottle, a duck, a cup, a newspaper, and a box. Which one is the odd one out? Yes, excellent. It's the duck. Why? Because the duck is a living thing and the others are non-living things. The second one, we have a bird, a tree, a crocodile, a helicopter, and a rayfish. Which one should not be in the set? Great, the helicopter, because it is the non-living things and the rest are living things. Our third one, the third set. We have a can, a watering can, a bicycle, a boat, and a grasshopper. The grasshopper is the odd one out because the grasshopper is a living thing and the others are non-living things. Great. Let's take the last one. What do we have in our last set? We've got a seahorse, an earthworm, a jar, a fish, and a plant. Yes, you're right. The jar is the odd one out because the others are living things and the jar is the only non-living things. Great, excellent. A silent cheer to you all. Okay, we move on to lesson 2. If you remember correctly, for lesson 2, we looked at the characteristics of living things. Yes, we discovered that there are 7 characteristics of living things. The first activity, you had to write the letter T for true or F for false. Number 1, a plant is a living thing. Is it true or is it false? Yes, it's true. So you write the letter T. Follow the instruction carefully. Number 2, a cloud is a living thing. It is false, right? Number 3, all living things have 9 characteristics. Is it correct? No, it has 7 characteristics. So the answer is false. Number 4, non-living things do not move. Is it true or is it false? It is false. Because there are some non-living things that move, but they do not move naturally. Like the example I gave you last time about the car that uses fuel to move. And the last one, number 5, all living things use their senses. It is true because sensitive is a characteristic of living things. Our next question was to list the characteristics of living things. Let's go over it together. Move, feed, reproduce, grow, breathe, excrete, sensitive to changes. The last task you had to complete for lesson 2 was to identify which characteristic of living things is being illustrated in each picture. The first picture is showing a lady. Look at it carefully. It is showing growth or reproduce. Okay, the next one is showing a snake. The characteristics being illustrated is movement. The third one, it's a panda eating bamboo. Feed. And the last one, there's a pig and the piglets feeding. It could be showing 2 characteristics of living things, feed or growth. We'll move on to the task assigned for lesson 3. You were asked to classify the animals below according to their movement, using swim, fly, crawl, hop, walk, or slither. Let's see what you've got. Yes, there are numerous animals on the screen and they can move in more than one way. Walk. We have the turtle, the zebra, the lion, the bird, and the cat. To slither, we have the snake. To fly, the owl, the bird, and the butterfly. Crawl, the salamander, the crocodile, and the snail. To swim, the whale, the turtle, the fish, and the crocodile. Hop, the rabbit, and the frog. Have you got all the answers? I'm sure if you haven't, you may add on to your list. Remember, things in our environment are classified in 2 main groups: living things and non-living things. Plants and animals are living things. All living things have 7 characteristics: move, reproduce, feed, growth, breathe, excrete, and sensitive. Animals move in different ways. Some ways that animals move are: they gallop, they walk or run, they swim, fly, slither, jump, or hop. All these are things we've covered in our past lessons. Please take notes and remember when you go back to school. We have come to the end of our science sessions, dear parents and children. I hope that you have enjoyed the sessions and have learned so many new things. Until next time, be good and be safe. Bye to you all.